In Plato's cave, prisoners sit facing a wall. Behind them is a fire. Between the fire and the prisoners, people carry objects that cast shadows. The prisoners can't see any of it. All they see is the shadows on the wall. And because that's all they've ever known, they believe the shadows are reality. I think a lot of us live like that. We learn early on what version of ourselves gets approval in the world. Be successful, be impressive, be agreeable, be whatever version makes other people comfortable. So we perform that version, and after a while, the performance becomes the identity. The shadow becomes the self. But one day, a prisoner finally turns around. At first, the light hurts his eyes. Everything feels confusing. The shadows he trusted suddenly look fake. That moment reminds me of what authenticity actually feels like. Not comfortable, not polished, disorienting. Because when you start questioning the identity that you built for survival, you begin meeting the person underneath it. And that person usually isn't the one the world trained you to be. Eventually, the prisoner walks outside. For the first time, he sees the sun. He sees colors, depth, reality. But here's the interesting part. When he goes back into the cave to tell all the others, they think he's crazy. And I think that's the real cost of authenticity. When you stop performing the shadow version of yourself, some people won't recognize you anymore. But the strange thing is, once you've seen the sunlight, it's almost impossible to go back to living in the dark. The new moon is about creation. In this cycle, I'm creating something simple. A version of myself that isn't built from shadows. Not perfect, just real. Authenticity might not make life easier, but it makes life true. And I'm starting to believe that's the whole point.